So we would say that in normal everyday experience and life, buildings are fought by firemen with hoses. This one wasn't. Silverman claims that this Peter Hayden, Chief Fire Officer, doesn't say which station he's from. Okay, he says that it needed to be pulled. In other words, the Chief Fire Officer was experienced in explosives, in demolition, and so was his boys. And that they would go in and, like Superman, whiz round this massive 47-storey building and insert explosives in the right place to bring it down in its own footprint. I mean, that is absolutely ludicrous, apart from the fact that firemen are not experienced and qualified in explosives. Have you ever met a picking fireman and you asked him about this and he's got out his certificate? I'm a demolition expert. Sod that. Stupid, isn't it? Another matter. Alright. And we'll bring this piece here. This tells it all. Sorry, the building was about to blow up. This is what a police officer is saying. How did he know? It's about to blow up. Huh? How did he know Building 7 was about to blow up? Because that's a line that he was given. Keep an eye on that building, it's going to come down. It's about to blow up. Yeah, about to blow up, was it? So who had inserted all the incentive devices to blow it up? There was a first responder on the scene, an Indera Singh, okay? Now she was informed by the fire department that they were going to pull down the building. Yeah. And that she should go to Pace University, which was quite some distance away, to be safe. Now, you can read of her account on, what was it now, on Guns and Butter, April 27th, 2005, on KPFA in Berkley. Alright. So, the authorities knew that it was going to blow up. Wasn't going to come down by pigging ray guns or anything like that. Some bugger open the microwave and go zoop, put it on fast, 10 minutes. Huh? They knew it was going to blow up. They knew it was going to be pulled. Everybody knew. And everybody was out of the building. They'd never gone into the building on the day. And of course the people just keep quiet. They have to keep quiet. They know to keep quiet. People know. Because at the end of the day, who for one is going to listen to them? And who for another is going to give them a job once they're sacked? Just like the janitor in the World Trade Center who was sacked for being so honest about the basement blowing up. And another matter that nobody ever says about in the higher authorities. How do you get a building that's alight at the top to be undermined below where there's no fires? Well below. So the fire department has given it out that the building is going to collapse. The National Security Centre. Eh? We have it all the time. We have false witnesses in high places on this. We even have one woman in a studio pretending to be on something like the 83rd or the 84th floor, and she's giving this theatrical performance in this studio, and we know it's a studio, and I put a video up on this because the way it was overacted and the fact that there was nobody in that office, otherwise people would have been screaming and screaming to save us, but she was on her own. Now, being on her own, she would have naturally, beforehand, not have been there, because she would have followed her colleagues out. And of course there was no explosions, there's no background noise, there was nothing. It's just silence with her overemphasising. And you can picture the woman towards the end as she's walking away from the microphone and shouting, "Help, help, help, come and get me." I mean, the performance was bad, but the wickedness is that a human being would pretend to be in that building that deliberately, by the government, killed those people. I will say this in closing. Who taught the US government throughout the ages to murder its own people? I'll give you one guess. They're often called the poodle of the American government. The British government. It's the British government. It's amazing what the British government has taught the American government. It's amazing. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the US government they're child buggerers. It's bad enough with your Hillary Clinton, isn't it? Getting away with crimes. Fancy voting, as people over here do, for a vagabond to run the pigging country. Hillary Pigging Clinton. A scoundrel. People shouldn't be waving the placards for Hillary, Hillary. They should be hitting her with them. She's a scoundrel. Why do you vote for a scoundrel? But then again, I ask the people of my own country, why do you vote for scoundrels? Why do you do it? Mindless. Absolutely mindless. They come up with excuses, oh, this one's better than that one. Yeah, but if you don't pigging vote altogether, if you vote basically by your feet, that walking away, that shows no confidence, you'll get a different government. Oh well. But Building 7, all the disinformation is there. Mainly because the persons are saying things that they have no first-hand account of. I.e. when this Michael Hess so-called goes into the building, he didn't go into the building. It's just he says he went into the building and found people evacuated. Then you get the fire officer saying there's an evacuation at a certain time, 1:30 or 11:30 in some cases. Okay, as there was with Hess evacuated at 8:45. But you see, if they'd been there, they would have had a specific knowledge of the time it was evacuated. But because they weren't there, they're only saying they're there. They're just saying lines because the pigging building were empty. As we say, these national security people, and this was a command centre, remember, whenever there was going to be a tragedy, everybody was to resort to this place. But this place was all locked up on those floors. And the other floors that were occupied by others were empty as well. It's just empty. But all would have been straight if persons had been in that building, and if the likes of Hess and Hayden had actually been there. You know, like Webber came out to Building 6 having a picking staff meeting at 8:45, and the picking building was already gutted inside. As we say, not by fire. Fitters had been in, and joiners rather, and taken everything out to either be refurbished or to be pulled. Because that way, you see, if you take all the gubbins out, all the interior out, and you want to explode the buggering thing, you've got less rubble to spread out in case it all goes wrong and hits other buildings. And that costs you money then. So the less of the building there is to explode, the better. Or to refit. Make it a shell and to refit it. Okay, well, we'll leave you with this firefighter. Sorry, this officer. It's about to blow up. Crazy, isn't it? Judy's there with a ray gun. Bye bye.